we'll start with equipment. It's always, from the time I got into this in 2007, it was always recommended 10-foot 7-weight rods, because while sitting on these thwart boards, you can't stand, obviously, to cast in competition, so you've got to be seated. So you want to try and get the most out of your cast. Now, 10-foot, I can handle my rods. Anything longer than that, if it gets, I just can't handle that. It's hard on my wrist. 10-foot's about as much as I can do. But if you guys like throwing an 11-foot rod, it's legal. And every little bit of distance that you can get from extra length on the rod is going to help you. Does anybody use, I know Nick was saying that use 9'6".
Yeah.
Have you tried the 10-foot rod?
I've tried some. I just ordered a new one. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so let us know if you get any extra distance out of it. One thing to know with the 10-foot rods is that you can whack your boat partner really good with it, especially if they're winning. So just a tap on the ear will put them off, maybe help them lose a few fish. So
hit them with flies.
That helps too. So that leads us into one thing that's always recommended when Loch Style is safety glasses. Sunglasses will do, but consider wearing a helmet if you've got guys like me in the boat. So, but I would definitely don't take your eyesight for granted, because mistakes do happen, and I've seen some terrible incidents that will ruin a days of fishing. So, just protect yourself. Yeah, our cameraman here got hit a few times from a certain someone, didn't you? A couple welts. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Thwart boards, Gary and I were discussing this. What a difference, right? It gets you up out of the boat. I prefer the big wide one. Takes the pressure off my ass, spreads it out a little bit. So
34-inch plus waist.
Yes, it still spreads it out though. It's better than sitting on a 1x2. It's like, that would be like sitting on a thong board.
Jim likes a 2x4. Maybe a pop can or something.
Pop can, for sure. Okay, so they're easily made. I use a 2x12, and then there's the 1x1s to keep it there. Obviously, you want to do it the size it to your boat. Covered rod size, protect yourself. Moving on, nets. Okay, so nets, 4 foot in length. Okay, from here to here. Now you see I've got orange here. I really didn't want to cut this net because I use it for things like salmon, but I've marked it off, and when I'm fishing, you'll never see me with my hand there. So if you have a net that's longer than 4 feet, they ask that you just mark it off. They don't expect you cut it, but if you go to something like the World Championships or something, then you might have an issue. So just so you know, mark it off. And Josh, how did you like your new Loki net?
Absolutely love it.
Lightweight. I like a lightweight net and a big hoop. I see a lot of new guys coming to competitions with the measure nets and things. It's great. It does the purpose, but the wider the net, and especially lightweight, it's going to be maneuverable, and you can react quicker to the fish. So I recommend something like this. Aluminum handle, aluminum rim, but if you're going to catch fish over 10 pounds, you run the risk of